Are you struggling to become successful in your career or business? Are you working hard enough? Or if working hard is the only way to become successful, why isn't everyone becoming successful? Or is it sheer luck? Hi, I am Arieddin Sheik. Today I am going to discuss about few critical factors that describe this phenomenon. When I started my career, like right after my engineering days, I started as a freelancer, and then I spent a lot of time on coding, learning stuff, and then I used to do a lot of stuff. Then I started making some money. Then I realized, okay, I need to work hard now. Probably I'll make more money. So this worked for a few years, and after some time, the results are not looking good. I'm working more harder, but the results are not coming. So what is it? Then I started wondering, what is this phenomenon? Why is it happening like that? Then I started looking for answers. Then I started meeting people. Then I came across a mentor who then asked me an interesting question. Actually, that was a turning point in my life, I would say. He asked me, what is the value you are adding to the customers? So value, okay. What does value mean, right? Because if you have to describe it, if you have to quantify it, how do you describe the value part of it? So today I'm going to discuss about few of these learnings that I have as part of my entire career of 13-14 years. So first aspect of value is, see, success doesn't just come alone from hard work. It is not about the hard work, it's about the impact. So what do you mean by impact? So the first part of impact, if you broadly classify the impact, it goes in two ways. One, the customer experience. Two, operational efficiency. So anything you do as an employee or as a consultant or a business owner or as an organization, so what you do is defined by these two principles. One is your customer experience, two is operational efficiency. So what do you mean by customer experience, right? Initially we used to start, go buy, shop around things, then came the e-commerce, then you started buying stuff. So what happened here? Your experience has increased because ease of buying stuff, right? And now when we all thought, okay, e-commerce is booming and all, then came quick commerce, right? Now you can actually buy stuff in minutes rather than hours. So if you look at it, the way the companies have grown, right? I mean, especially if you look at a few young people or few companies who become, incredibly successful, they've actually created this huge customer, enhancement of customer experience. On the other way around, sometimes, you may not directly work with customers, so you may probably have to work in the backside. Let's say if my friends let's say if you're in sales and marketing, you interact more with customers, but if you look at the back end, operations guys, probably they work on the other side of it, probably may not have a direct impact on customer experience. So what works there? That is where your operational efficiency comes into picture. So you have to be, you have to do something which actually increases efficiency by a few times. I mean, if you're talking about 10-20%, everyone does it, right? So let's say you go around, read a process, do something, 20% is easy to achieve. But what makes few people successful or few people incredibly successful or few companies, achieve those high, potential that they have unlocked is because they were able to do, 5x, 10x difference in terms of these experiences. So one, your customer experience, and then your operational efficiency. And then again, probably, few people may wonder, like, is it applicable for all professions? Is it applicable for all industries? Invariably, yes, a majority of it, right? Imagine you are, let's say, I come from a technical background. So let's say if you have a developer, probably developer must be wondering, what do I do with my efficiency and all that, right? So a lot of things, these things matter. Let's say if you are writing some piece of code, which is like probably consuming half of the resources, you are saving half of your cost, right? So anything you do actually has a direct impact on customer experience or operational efficiency. And if you're planning to accelerate your career at a faster pace, then you will have to do things which actually work on it, right? So how do you do it? First step is to understand what all things that you can do, be a part of your profession, business, to see how you can, identify these things that improvise customer experience or your operational efficiency. That's the first aspect of it. Okay, now you know what needs to be done. Then the other part of it is how can you do that, right? So this is where the second key aspect, which is the learning aspect of it, comes. A lot of people spend time reading books, taking up courses and all, which is all good. But how do you fast track this process? Because we are talking about not just growing in life or becoming successful, we are talking about growing faster, achieving the goals faster in life. Let's say if you take 10 years something to achieve something in life, let's say if you have to do it in 5 years, how do you reduce the time, right? So that's where your focused learning comes into picture. So you need to be very focused on how you consume your knowledge and how you use it. So based on the objectives you have, let's say if you are working as a very junior level executive or as a manager, let's say you have to grow up the ladder in your career, then knowledge just doesn't help, right? So knowledge of course helps, and you need to have the skills, actually specific skills to be there. So a lot of people assume that, okay, I will probably get these skills maybe 4 to 5 years, I go to next step, or probably in few organizations maybe 2 to 3 years, depends on where you're working, right? So people naturally assume that you will grow naturally, but these things happen at a slow pace, right? But if you have to fast track this, so you have to be proactive in terms of learning what exactly it takes to be that next role, or let's say if you're in a business, what it takes to go to the next level. So that's the second aspect of it, which is your focused learning. Now you have all the, first you know what needs to be done, then you need to learn a lot of stuff. Then last thing that is required is opportunities. Imagine you have all the skills, you know what to be done, everything is known, but you need opportunities. How do you generate them, right? Let's say if you're sitting in a room, learning something, spending lots of time and doing that and all, if you're doing, is it going to bring opportunities? I've tried that in my initial days, 3-4 years, it didn't work, right? So what can you do to come across these opportunities? The answer is strategic networking. So you need to start meeting people, you need to start connecting with people. It doesn't matter whatever role you are, again industry or in, let's say if you are mostly in the tech forum, probably you can attend hackathons and try meeting new people, or if you're into sales, maybe you can attend a lot of workshops. Worst case, if you're not interested in any of these things, probably you can see what is you're passionate about. Let's say if you're into trekking, you're into outdoor activities, sports, there's a lot of ways where you can actually go and meet around people. Now, there's the third part of it, that is networking. Now, once you have all these structures in place, then the last part of it, which is the most fundamental part of it, is choosing a mentor. A lot of people think that, okay, I know everything, I can learn from my own and all of that. But trust me, having a mentor always helps. Not just one mentor, if you are able to get 2 to 3 mentors, all the way more good. You can fast track the whole thing. So try finding mentors again. How do you find it? It all requires a genuine interest from your side. Go and talk to people. Probably it may take some time, but you will get it. So focus, invest on these 4 things. 1, see whatever you are doing is affecting the customer experience or operational efficiency. If it is not, please move on, go and find a different job or try something else which you are passionate about. Second thing, focused learning. You can't just move up the ladder or move up in your business or whatever just by doing whatever you're doing. You need to learn more, right? Otherwise you would have already achieved it. So it means something is missing. Third thing is your networking. Go around there, start meeting people, try having interactions and see, I've met some incredible people in my life through networking, and it has professionally and personally helped me on a larger front. And fourth one, choose wise mentors who genuinely have interest in you or probably have interest in your career. So these are the 4 things, my friends. I urge upon especially the young generation now. We have lots of opportunities available out there. So please be focused on what you're trying to become, and success will be all yours. Thank you.